year on year we're seeing an increasing number of 999 calls made, if not an increasing number of actual responses out to patients. So we are seeing an increase in demand. And then there's that expectation. We are expected to respond within a timely manner. People see response times and have an expectation of when they phone 999 they will get an ambulance within 8 minutes. And the reality of that is their condition may not really warrant a very quick response. When they cross, that's when we get difficulty with abusive callers. So in terms of when people's expectations aren't met and we have high demand, so we aren't able to respond to them, some people who would normally be quite mild-mannered can get quite irate and be expecting to lay their demands upon our call handlers.
I think I've always wanted to go into a career where you feel like you're making a difference and helping people. Grew up, mum was a nurse. Still doing it 4.5 years later. You get a really sort of upset and just distressing call, which can affect you emotionally, and obviously you want to take that time out to digest sort of what's happened and take a step back, and then before you go back into your job. But it's making sure it doesn't affect you when you get home, and obviously there are some calls which are really quite distressing, which do take some time to sort of move on from, which can hang around for a while. One I had this morning, there was a gentleman who weren't very pleasant at all. Yeah, although he was being exceptionally unpleasant in the words he was saying, I'd highlight to my team leader, she was listening in. And I think I could then take a step back from what he was actually saying and not take it personally. Obviously, you know they need an ambulance and you want the ambulance to get there because they do need help, but they're still then sort of swearing and shouting and screaming. You're telling you're rubbish at your job when actually you're doing all you can to get them the help they need. It's just more difficult, like I say, when they get a bit personal.
What's your name, sweetheart?
I don't need to give you my name. What's your
Do as you're told and get the ambulance down here, you two.
Just repeat exactly where he is to make sure I have it correct.
You are some sort of woman, do you know that? I'll speak to someone else, you're an idiot. Hello?
I'm just getting my manager for you.
Yeah, I'm phoning them up now, they're coming now, yeah. Oh, will you someone down here?
You need to stop swearing, okay, because it's not going to hurry anything up.
You two bob.
Loads of challenges, mainly not having enough resources for the patients we're encountering. I think knock-on effects, hospital delays, regular callers. We get a lot of people who abuse the ambulance service, unfortunately, which has a big knock-on effect as both to our resourcing and to the other patients in the area. And we're getting a lot more repeat callers who call up, who are abusing the call handlers, abusing the ambulance service. So certainly we notice the call handlers on the other side of the room getting very frustrated. They're getting shouted at on the phone. And also because of delays, people become very aggressive. Ultimately the call handlers can't change the delays, they can't change the jobs that we've got stacking and the patients we've got waiting. But unfortunately they're the ones who bear the brunt of it. Our crew's personal radios, they've got an emergency button on the top. They can activate that button if they're in danger or distress. Only used for emergencies. I've had one in Cambridgeshire where he went into a breathing problems, sounded all fairly routine. Actually got there, patient started threatening with a knife. So what I heard from my end through the radio was him shouting at the person to put the knife down. We're hearing that emotion, that assertiveness, but also the fear in that voice of the paramedic as he's faced with this person with a knife, trying to deal the best and try and resolve the situation. It's difficult. It's a very, very hard thing to listen to. Ultimately, these are our colleagues at the end of the day, and a lot of them are friends. We know them, we socialise with them. Yeah, we know these people, and they're there trying to do their job. To be treated like that is very difficult to hear.
We do have a zero tolerance for any violence or aggression towards NHS staff, and we take steps to ensure that they are protected and where necessary action taken to resolve to have an outcome. Everyone in this room, everyone in the ambulance service that I've met to date does this job to help people, and so getting personal verbal abuse just for doing their jobs isn't tolerated at all.